And we are back in the mistiest of vales. Secrets of the Dragon Emperor. We are descending into the lair of Azrael Koth to attempt to bonk him on his undead head.
Bonk.
And that will solve all the problems in this land. It better.
Yeah, what if it doesn't?
What if
Let's not think about that just now.
Yeah, what if people are just still dicks to giants after Azrael Koth is dead? What's Glam going to think? You betrayed me. I regret voting for you. He's going to vote for the Sathmog party next time. We rejoin the action inside this cave. You have just defeated Akare, the sea monster demon, very handily. I should add with 2 hits.
Very.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Very spicy. Yep. And you have so far found a ring, which gives you 20 willpower. Wasn't a joke. It's actually a real thing.
I still think it might be a joke.
You found a ring from a ghost called Kadrel, who was a knight of the Immaculate Flame, who gave you a ring that allowed you to see in the dark, and asked you to save his compatriot and romantic interest. And I've forgotten her name.
I totally missed this part.
He doesn't give her name, but yes, if you do that, he will give you the blessings in the name of Elidane.
I assume she's a ghost too. Did he specify?
No. Said that she was captured.
Oh, well then, absolutely. So I totally missed it. I totally missed we were given a heroic quest.
Yes.
Retcon that Hoisin was very enthusiastic about that and leapt to his little webbed feet.
You doing a flashback just to make sure everyone knows that you were really heroic at the point.
Yeah, please. If you could all just imagine that, that'd be really helpful for me. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, 2 stress. And we all think of Hoisin as slightly more heroic.
Wait.
It's slight, though.
Would you like to push yourself? Would you like a
extra slight?
Would you like a Mallard's bargain? Right. So you stand in this pool room. Archibald has handily warmed it up nicely. As well as Fireball, this sea demon. So you're having this sort of lovely steamed crab in this.
I banished him.
Oh yes, of course you banished him from the inside, inside out, like in Galaxy Quest, and this sort of water has reached a nice tepid temperature. But you have a door. You have a room, a hallway going off to your right and to the south.
I'd like to take this moment just to remind us of the point where there was a suggestion that from the room where there's the little dead man, that we should go back and check that fork in the road.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at this path and think, well, I feel vindicated, for it led here. Also,
yeah, whatever.
That's all I came to say.
The other path may have led to the person we need to rescue. So you don't know.
It may have done, but it didn't.
It may have done.
However, in the interest of not wanting to leave the right-hand side of the map unexplored, I might suggest we take the right path. Even though it may take us back to the start.
I can't see the map, so you guys lead.
All right, I shall start to reveal the right hand.
Path to the right.
Dwight.
And no.
What'd you call me?
You heard.
I'm just going to fill this out because don't need to waste 5 minutes of you being like, but what if it doesn't just connect?
We must go. Retrace our steps.
I need a perfect image of this layout in my mind.
But there's more right.
There is more right.
There's
And
always
wrong.
more right. This is one thing we've learned in the last few years.
Let's go more right.
You can just keep going. Why not?
It's me, Marcel de Stammer. Just a little swing to the right. It never hurt anybody.
You try to stop us, but you cannot stop us. Sick. Okay. Alright, well, we'll follow.
I mean, like, look, we all know that while on one side there was a magic ring of Megadeth. Actually, no, yours was just a see in the dark, wasn't it? But on the other side is going to be a lethal trap. We know this, but
Stop metagaming.
Oh,
I'm going that way.
Oh, that's so good.
Little shit.
Got
If
ya.
I wanted to metagame, I'd say let's send the duck who will actually dodge the trap.
Yeah, go on then. I'm up for it.
He's up for it, he says.
And then if I wanted to unmetagame it, I'd say, "Oh, you're so heroic, Hoisin. Got
Oh,
what's
thank
in
you.
that room."
Oh, well, thank you.
You have always been the bigger hero out of the two of us. I respect you to my core.
I mean, I'm starting to think I could probably just stay quiet. You've got it.
I wish you to marry my sister.
And I shall be the flower girl.
You should hear the noise she makes when she eats a boiled egg.
Back in England, I'm at 20 a day. Carry on.
All right. Do you wish to go? Do you wish to go south or east again?
To the east. Keep going right.
To the east.
She said east, and for just a moment I was like, east, all right, I'm sure I know it. East is right.
Never eat shredded. I see. Okay.
Well, you reach space number 7. Where is it? The stench of decay precedes the sight of this room. A natural cave with animal skins on the walls and floor. Boxes, sacks, weapons, and all sorts of junk are neatly lined up against the wall. And there is a figure. There is a figure who is sorting out all of these all this detritus. And oh, fuck you, alchemy. It's doing that thing where I can't place a token. Actually, maybe if
I just tried to join Alchemy on the web browser on my phone, and it said, "Oh, it's not optimized yet." And then everything completely fucking crashed, and Discord crashed, and all my phone almost like it was about to blow up. I'm like, yeah, no, fuck, it's not optimized for mobile yet. Jesus.
That's not gone well.
Yeah. Don't try it.
don't try it.
Don't try it.
Right, let me just do the old refresh, and then it's early doors to fuck up my alchemy.
Very nice.
Yeah, we've had like 10 minutes after the Starmer chat ended.
Wait, hang on.
You say a figure, like you mean like he's hunched over, we can't see, or they
Well, you
With his
can
robes?
you can see them now, but I've described the actual room first,
okay.
and then you see this. Oh, let's wait for everyone to come back. Everyone else is restarting.
Oh, now I can see neither of you. Oh wait, no, there's Ollie.
I can see everyone but Michael.
I'm still not on yet.
I couldn't see Alex before. I still can't see him. I guess that's just how it's going to be.
That is same for me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. Well, anyway, you see a troll in this room.
Ah.
This troll is covered in sort of jewelry and adornments that are all mismatched. And it is going through all this stuff as if it is like cataloguing all these items. One might even say it's like fallen adventurer's gear.
One might say.
And they're like wearing it as they go, like a little kid in their parents' dressing wardrobe, or is he just?
I mean, all the
That's what he usually wears, or
all the shiny stuff. Yes, like
he's
got like
raiding it.
it's got like bracelets and earrings and an armband and.
With his
I say,
earrings, or
look,
is he already pierced?
shiny things, possibly belonging to people who used to be alive. Perhaps this is something you should investigate. This seems your cup of tea.
I quite agree. It seems that an ethical misstep has been taken somewhere along the line here, Hoisin. Your speciality.
It's not my speciality. This has been a slander's room the entire adventure. Of just one bloody sarcophagus.
No,
20 sessions
not
ago.
at all. You're a hero of these lands. It's for you to rectify such wrongs.
I am. Halt, troll. Those do not belong to you. Meh.
He just turns around and like points a club at you and goes like, ugh. Shut your noise. It's my stuff fair and square. I found it. Cataloguing it for the boss.
We can't like disarm people out of combat, can we? I wouldn't mind trying to casually knocking the club out of his hand.
I think you tried doing that to that elf. I can't remember what we rolled. I think we just rolled you just rolled a spears. Oh no, you just rolled a disarmed out of combat, I think. You want to do that?
Yeah. I can't roll myself, but
what is it you have to roll?
I mean, isn't it disarm as like an attack, is it? So I guess it'd be like with a isn't it like when you roll a bane or just spears
I've
roll,
never done it. I can't remember.
It sounds like a special attack, isn't it? So it's like
it is a special attack.
And you do that, you like if you're looking for
Milo will know what the special attacks are.
I am just checking now.
Oh, I got it.
It's just an opposed roll.
There you go.
It's just a straight up opposed roll.
All that.
Cannot be dodged or parried.
So I'm gonna roll me a
It's
d20.
a bane if they're holding a weapon with both hands.
Oh, doesn't sound like yours. Is it bane if I am? Because I would be using my long spear.
No.
Sweet.
He's going to go for a little what?
Here's one of those little kind of like just whip the spear around and kind of flick it out of his hand.
Actually, it sounds like they don't have a weapon.
Oh. Well then, rewind.
Big balls over here.
It points its claws at you.
I mean, the word
They can be
club
disarmed
but-
also.
Literally.
The old one too.
Well, then it's just okay. I was just a question of saying, well, your master is a very naughty boy, and we won't stand for any actions that he's for. So cease to your actions now, or feel our wrath.
Archibald gets a little bit fractious at this point and says, Hoisin, calm yourself. Let's not lead to any conclusions. We don't know anything about our friend here or the nature of his employment. Good sir, who is this boss that you are doing this apparently unpaid, unrecognized labor for down here in the dark?
And how long have you been doing it? Don't understand. There's been a great deal of visitors lately.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay.
With a bane.
Uh-oh.
Okay. It was going to be a 50-50. It's now not a 50-50.
Ayo.
Welly well. Chop. Welly well.
Welly well. I'm not interested at all in role playing this troll, so I will just say that you managed to disarm him, sort of theoretically speaking, not actually. And you do engage in conversation with him, and he sort of doesn't see you as a threat for whatever reason. So what is it that you want to do?
Well, I want to. I mean, a question to an answer to the question I asked him: who's his boss, and how long has he been doing this for them, and why is he doing it when it's clearly not very much fun?
Azrael Koth is his boss. How long has he been doing it? A few years. Why did he do it? He gestures to all of his jingle jangles and all of his stuff that he's got.
Many things.
Behold my stuff.
Okay, so my Marxist critique is unlikely to land on particularly fertile ears, given that he has been handsomely rewarded for his travails.
Yeah, and I bet you think I'm racist at all.
I'm not. My sister's actually a different shade of green from me. So
actually, statistics show that the whole of the population is becoming more progressive, but there are two distinct groups that are getting more progressive at different rates.
Well, this you're clearly very well versed in socioeconomic discourse. I think basically what we want is any information about Koth, really. We might want some of his jingle jangles, but we're probably not going to get them without banging him on the head, and we probably want to save our hoops and whoops, rather than picking fights with this guy.
Yeah, you'd have to offer him something substantial to get some information out of him, like a magic item of your own or something.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Archibald will just kind of lean over to the others and say, I don't think we're going to get too far with this, gentlemen. We should probably move on. But if his treasures attract either of you, I'll back you up from a safe distance.
Personally, well adorned with all the treasure I need. The treasure of the sword of Umduman to slay our target. I have no need for further trinkets.
My thoughts, precisely.
Very well, troll, as you are.
Just goes back to cataloguing some flails.
Well, that was weird. Let's move on.
Door number 2. To save some time, I'll tell you that this corridor is blocked by a rockfall. And it will take at least a day of work to clear it. So I imagine you naturally go back to the last remaining corridor, which takes you to the other side and towards a set of stairs.
I do think that was in everyone's interest.
Personally, I think my role-playing freedom has been curtailed. No,
My autonomy is being destroyed.
Yep, sorry, I'm railroading this section.
Yeah.
You can complain about me on RPG horror stories.
I help my GMs.
What party is digging through that?
Well, it's funny you say that, because a recent Matt Colville video I was watching, he said when he was playing a group when he was younger and he was playing early D&D, there was a dungeon and the exit to the dungeon had a rockfall on it, and it was next to the entrance to stop you from going in the back way. And they were like, oh no, let's dig through the rockfall. And the GM let them do that. And then they basically ended up in a cave with like a boss that was 6 levels too high.
Huh.
But
I mean, that has some sense attached to it, though. Whereas this is 2 paths that go the same way.
I think it's so you don't avoid Akre.
Ah.
Because you could start and you go all the way around around the side, and that's it.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, we wouldn't get to experience all its really cool legendary monster. Oh wait,
Don't.
look, I've had one kill.
You're
One
about to
kill
eat. The next person we walk into is going to launch a boulder at your face, and it's fucking good night.
Yeah, and I think
Instantly.
that will be well deserved. To be fair,
These demons somehow realised that they should attack the wizard first. Don't know how.
Tails.
Akre went straight back to the demon realm and was like, "Fucking hell, lads."
Keep an eye out for the fat chap. He's gonna get you.
Keep an eye out for the fat lad with the wonky accent. All right.
Hey now.
Look, this is why I have to railroad you, because we've just wasted 5 minutes talking about the fact that I railroaded you to save 5 minutes. Go towards the door.
We go towards the door.
You silly sods.
We go towards the door.
Oh, good. I thought you'd say that.
Well, no.
The
Oh,
door was a
crap.
mimic.
A stone staircase carved out of rock leads down to a heavily scarred copper gate. A demonic symbol is embedded in the door with a short line of text underneath. The symbol shines brightly in the torchlight, as if it had just been carved. Which they love that. They love that trope, don't they? A very old thing that somehow looks as if it's brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's slightly off-putting, isn't it?
Yeah. The symbol you recognise as the black mark of Sathmog, which you've seen in so much flesh.
And it's
I
like
shall
all the
state again.
angles just don't add up.
Oh god, it's Carcosa. It's the yellow side.
I attempt to read
Yes.
the line of sigils beneath. Well, the runic message beneath.
It translates, "All power to Sathmog, our three-tongued liberator."
6-8.
Hey, now this is the first I've heard of these 3 tongues.
Yeah, I don't know why that's his main descriptor, but why not?
I don't
Why
know.
not?
Three
Absolute
mother's tongues.
Error in the sat.
What do you do? What do you do, chaps?
Through the door with the duck going first.
But whoa, Mister.
No, no.
That's for nimble things. I remember that door with a fireball on it. Remember that
Yes.
door with a fireball on it. Remember that one.
Yes.
I looked at.
Yes.
Yep.
And
On
you
which
have.
side?
Yes, that's my point. Duck first.
No, Mr. Armorface. Stick your head in there. Stick your big helmet in there.
All right, Marcel opens the door.
The door hums as if with electricity.
Fireball.
With electricity, and then suddenly blinding light and searing pain as you get hit with a lightning bolt.
Wonderful.
Hoisin suppresses a cheer. As he was short as Marcel's thought last time that he got fucked over.
So that is 2d8 damage. The bolt continues to another random target within 2 meters of the target, inflicting 2d6 damage, and then to a third within 2 meters with 2d4 damage.
Hoisin was really far behind.
Right. Well, we probably could have approached this. You rushed us.
You did. You took away our autonomy.
What are you doing? Hide me over the door.
I had a 10-foot lightning rod that I was going to use on the door. All right, so let's do 2d8 on Marcel first. It's just 13
Sweet.
damage.
What do you mean just 13?
I'll do 2d6. Well, let me see who was directly behind. I'll do 1, 2 was
I mean,
Ducky Boy.
usually Hoisin, yeah.
Yeah, well that
Just 13.
right.
Can I
2d6
dodge
on Hoisin. It's 7.
Can I dodge it?
Just 13.
Let me see.
Do you know the most
oh.
you can roll on 2d8 is 60?
It can be so metal armor has no effect, but the spell can be dodged or parried as a ranged attack.
Parry, does he?
Well, we best parry it then, because otherwise I'm down.
I'll allow you to say that you had your shield out for some reason.
In all fairness, the way I see Marcel is like he gets the sword out when he needs it. You know, it's a monster slaying sword.
It's your silver sword, yeah. And I just do 2d4 onto the wizard.
I mean, we'll still have to parry it first because that's still going to be. She only just
crisp.
Always safest to walk around hiding behind a shield, I suppose.
Someone tell me, roll a d20 and tell me if it's above an 18.
I'll just roll the swords for that. It is not above an 18.
Sweet. I made.
Nice. And then Archibald, you'll hit with 5 damage. Do you wish to dodge up? We can't parry, I haven't got a shield, but do you dodge?
I will attempt to evade.
Okay.
For which I need to take something or other.
No, you're all right because it's not in combat. All right, cool.
Excuse me.
So that is okay. Yes, you have not opened the door.
What?
As you get sizzled. The pushing didn't even work.
Oh,
you just got sizzled.
Few singe feathers.
Does Marcel thinking maybe we have some tools for this? I don't really want to put my shield away, actually. What I'll say, he draws his sword. I don't know. He's not. Looks like he's a magical folk, but does he feel any sort of magical resonance in his very simple body relating to the sword? Does it feel like waving the sword in front of it does anything? That's probably what he'd do. Like, he don't know what he's doing. He's just like, I have this. I think this is what this is for. I don't know.
No.
Okay, and then I think he feels like a fool and puts the sword back.
Did the door not open because we didn't get a chance to even try pushing it? Like, as we approached, we got zapped, or do we?
Marcel pushed, felt complete resistance as if it was locked shut, and then the lightning bolt hit out at you.
So we need a classic old key, which we do not have.
There is no keyhole.
Okay. One of those little hotel room cards you get then. Is there a swipe machine we can tap in, tap out?
That does
Yes.
sound like something there would be.
But annoyingly, as you put the key card in, you take it out, and the little red light
red.
flashes.
Oh, no, I left it near my phone.
And then you keep trying it,
demagnetized it.
and you keep trying it, and it's like midnight, and you're on the 4th floor,
Yeah.
and you don't want to go down to reception, but you know you're going to have to.
Yeah. But you go down, you say, I'm in room 303, can I have a key? And they say, yeah, here's your key to that room. And you go, you didn't even ask me for any proof that's actually my room, but thank you.
Yeah.
I always love that.
Hashtag Premier in.
Yep. Promo.
Hashtag Go Purple.
Okay.
Yeah,
Archibald, there's a magic man around here. Feels a little magic door. I assume you have some kind of solution for this. Do not fancy pushing it again.
Certain, but I will try my utmost. Can I take a close look at it first? See if there is anything more about the door that could be interactable, or any message or any symbol that is of interest to me. I'm assuming that this... I mean, it seems to be a magically locked door in some way. So I guess I could try and use a magic skill for this, but I was immediately thinking spot hidden to see if there's anything actually physical about the door to notice.
Go ahead. As I open my window.
Bleh, bleh.
I am too warm again.
I am
It is
very
warm.
much too warm.
It is too warm.
Oh dear. I spot nothing.
Anyone else spotting hidden in the meantime? Or just
Not a
chilling?
thing.
Marcel's not taking his helmet off at this time. I'll do the roll, but he's not taking his helmet off for anything right now.
You probably don't want to wear the helmet when there's a chance of being struck by lightning.
Yeah, but what else might there be?
That's a good point.
I don't know, and Marcel certainly doesn't know that the next time we poke that door, he doesn't drop a boulder on his head.
Hoisin, do you want me to roll you a spot hidden?
Spot hidden on a 7 with Bane. This could be the one, though. Come on.
Yes,
I'll
please.
just, even when it's not him rolling.
I rolled a 2 for Hoisin. Good job, Mikey.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think there was even somebody on the Alchemy Discord being like, your random number generator is broken. I demand you tell me how you calculate random numbers.
Certain that of all the bits to be broken, it's definitely that. Like, it's so hard to do a random number generator. No one's ever quite got it right.
Yeah, exactly. Not a truly random anyway. But I digress. Hoisin,
Thank you for that.
standing at the back, scared of more lightning strikes,
Not scared. Never scared.
notices with his beady little duck eyes.
All right.
You little coward duck eyes.
Beady little shifty cowardy duck eyes.
Literally second in the row, just behind the guy with the arm. Very
Brave
sensible,
Sir Hoisin at the back.
literally in the middle, second from the front. Thank you very much. Even including the dogs, so technically second out of 4. Yeah.
Yeah. You notice looking at the door that upon the top of the symbol, there's almost like you see like there's dust on the door. It hasn't been open in a while, but you see along the top of the symbol there is almost like a groove where the dust has been wiped away, as if people have run their fingers along the top.
Oh.
Don't have fingers.
Oh dear.
Card.
Wait, these two do though.
Well, run your little feathers across there. It needs a dusting.
No, that's not. That's not what ducks are for. Thank you.
Now you look here, big great hero.
They're stuffing pillows.
I had my go pushing the door. It is your turn.
Yeah, so
To have a little fiddle around.
Hoisin doesn't share this. He doesn't give anything away. He doesn't let them know he's noticed anything. He doesn't say anything. He just goes, "Oh yeah, all right, I'll give it a try. I suppose. I don't know what I should do, but let me see what I can do." And just casually saunters up to it. Gives it a quick little look and just runs his finger on the top, following the groove of the others, and just casually steps back. See what happens.
Nothing happens.
Ah, fuck. That was supposed to be cool.
I was gonna say, you've gone in with a lot of swagger here.
With the spot hidden, I'll say that the way you have to run the finger is almost along where the inscription is.
Tracing it.
It's kind of like where the fingers, like it's where on the symbol where the text is. It's like they run the finger across the text, as if they have to speak it when they do it.
Yeah,
that's what we go with.
Yeah,
I do that.
All right.
Go on, say the words. Give him the words to say. Make him the heretic.
You have to
What did
say,
he said,
all power to Sathmog, our sexy three-tongued liberator.
wait a minute, there's a word added there. I say that,
Yes,
word
liberator.
for word, but I kind of cross my little ducky fingers while I'm saying it, you know.
Oh, lightning
I'm
bolt.
back.
Lightning bolt.
What? No. No.
The door swings open.
I said
And
the shrugs, and I just scrolls through.
you see further stone steps heading downwards. And also light coming from below. On this level, there's been complete darkness, apart from your own torches, but down there seems to be lit.
It's that cooler.
It's that cool. It's extremely lit.
Super lit, mate.
And I will cover
Straight fire.
everything with fog.
Not the fog.
Not the fog.
Right, let me just...
I see not very much at this time.
Yes. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, I see a Hoisin has arrived.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling Alison might have fallen asleep on the boys' room floor, so she might not come into rescue me. I've better rest moving with the baby, but she's still asleep, so it's all panned out well.
Oh, it's like we got Daryl back with us.
Yeah. Wow.
God.
Watching, isn't he? Live.
We have nearly
It's
got Daryl
very
back.
good.
I nearly got him back with flattery. Right.
That's true, you did.
So if you zoom out, you should be able to see where you are.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, I see a space in time and a small amount of space. I see us.
I see a spangly troll. Oh no, the spangly troll's gone away.
Spangly troll.
Okay.
This is the door that you just opened. So you enter into a room. It is square and clad in white marble. On each wall is a polished copper door with a demonic symbol engraved upon it, just like the first one. In the middle of the room is a human-sized statue of a horned demon. It points at you with its clawed
Lord.
hand.
Oh. I mean, oh.
Ew.
This is not
the
very
statue.
welcoming. This actually looks a little bit more like one of the bashes is in popular video game Darkest Dungeon 1.
What on
That's
earth
what
are
actually
you
look
talking
at it.
about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? Looks like Darkest Dungeon. I will not elaborate at this time.
The darkest of the dungeons. What do you do? So you have these three doors that look just like the one you just came in. The one to the south. Is it the one to the south? Oh, no, sorry, the door to the east. The symbol is upside down.
Now, I'd hate to slow things down, but I'm rather hesitant to have anything to do with any doors.
You worked it out now.
I might miss something. Why is the map so small now? I've been a tiny.
You've gone
We've gone
down.
upstairs.
This is the start
Or
of
downstairs.
the next level.
Beautiful. Demon pointing us 3 doors. Okay, well, Hoisin steps into the room heroically and foolhardily.
Mm-hmm.
Spear raised, feet nimble and ready.
Hoisin is a statue. Calm your little feathers down.
Well, no one was doing anything, and I got impatient.
It's
Pointing where we
it's
just
only
came from.
heroic when it's a real demon. We talked about this, but since you're there, pick a door.
In this world, doors are more dangerous than demons, I feel like.
It's the dungeon crawling way.
Famous last words of my entire order.
Hoisin pretends to have a studious look around, but, you know, kind of recreate that mystery of, you know, the moment previously where everyone was just enamored with his ability to perceive the imperceivable and not knowing, for better or worse, pretends that, you know, the west door has caught his interest by some moment, and he steps up to it and on it to open it.
These doors look exactly the same as that other one with the symbol on and the writing.
Okay.
Are you telling me that you? Are you telling me that you just push it? Have you learned nothing?
Wait. Exact same words.
Yep.
It can't be the same thing again and again. That'd be weird.
Look, bro.
There's one way for you to find out.
Well, exactly. So, Hoisin, master of the light stroking of doors and saying of words, does the exact same motion. Strokes the door, says the words. His soul dies a little as he says it, but, you know, such is the life of the hero, sacrifice and all.
Yep. It's like the break room in Severance. There's going to be like 100 of these doors until you eventually just become Sathmog's followers.
He was in Severance.
Who's Sathmog?
Yeah, I thought it was Adam Scott.
Oh, now I wish Sathmog could be an NPC. Never mind.
Wait, Adam Scott? Oh, God.
Maggie, you have a child with you. Didn't see it in the dark. Where did you get that from?
When a man and a woman love each other very much.
When a man and a woman love each other very much. And of free will.
And if they are of the particular persuasion to wish to do so, and only if...
have the means.
And with the financial means.
The wherewithal. And government approved. Although we broke the two.
And love making terrible mistakes.
So you enter.
My love making is not a terrible mistake.
Nice.
Well, it's not a mistake. So
wow.
I've heard on Reddit.
A row of cramped cells behind rusty barred doors. There is a strong stench of decay. Faint groans and mumbled prayers can be heard from a couple of the cells.
Like prison cells.
About Mikey's love making again.
Did
Wait!
we get any kind of
Oh God, what's happening?
Did we?
No, turn off.
Oh no!
What the fuck? This.
I've not seen anything.
Right.
The ghost told us to save his person. Did we get any clues about visualness of the person, or do we just know when we see him?
It is, to your knowledge, a lady knight of the Immaculate Flame.
I look for one of those in the cells, and for any other people there who look, you know, particularly like they shouldn't be there.
I'm still just a bit perplexed at like how these people are here. Like, it's a very long time, isn't it, that he's been locked in here?
So this is something that all the GMs, all the Dragonbane GMs realized, is that their cleverest players will say, hang on a minute, if we can't get through the mist without a sword, how are there prisoners in here?
You say that like that was an obnoxious thing to say, but it does seem quite a reasonable question.
Oh no,
just...
I'm. It is a reasonable thing.
Okay, okay,
but it's
right. So I was like, am I missing something?
it's an annoying thing to point out to a GM who hasn't thought about it. But luckily,
you were forewarned.
Luckily, I've come prepared with a explanation, and that is that the mist does not kill you instantly. You can actually survive within it for a period of time, enough time to be captured by Azrael-Koth's forces and brought below.
Okay, well,
so there we go.
There's an explanation.
Yeah,
I'm satisfied.
Nice.
I thought it was a prison for him. It sounds like he just made it his own little like jolly vacation home with his training troves and his prisoners and his.
That's the whole thing. He's done a Sauron. He's taken over it.
Yes, it's what I do.
Yeah, he's a
next time I'm Sathmogian.
Sorcerer, isn't he?
Next time you're
as a
Sathmog.
counterpoint to statement, but if you can survive in the mist for enough time to get in, surely he could survive. Time
No, you're taking it too far. No. Should end that train of thought. Just
poking holes in this.
I said clever players would notice it, but obnoxious players would continue to needle, not just accept the fact that this fantasy world has fantasy things that don't make sense.
We know which player I am. So.
Yeah, I tell you what, I spent at least half an hour trying to just understand a trap in this dungeon, and I couldn't get my head around it. And I was like, I can't just not get my head around it because I'm going to have to explain it to Michael. And if I can't understand it, how the hell is he going to understand it?
Well, yeah. I mean...
I had to look at diagrams.
You could say I'm making you a better DM every day.
You could say that you're a pain in my ass. Right. So the first...
Right, let's have a chat to these people there.
Yeah, so the first one you come across on the left is a guy who's very badly injured. Muscly guy, long hair.
Very badly bad.
Very badly bad. And he's mumbling between prayers to Eladane and cursing Azrael-Koth.
That's a good sign.
The other prisoner is a lady orc who looks in pervert has entered the chat. And she looks a bit more better off, but still cuts and bruises.
I missed that. I was handing over a baby. Did we find a knight?
Yes. Yes, a man knight and a lady orc.
But the orc seems like a knight.
No.
Cool. Keep looking.
Goodbye.
Nice to see you. Let's have a quick chat to this lady orc.
We can't poll every person here to see if they're.
Oh god, you were serious? You wanted to feed the prisoners there without. He's the
heroic character.
So heroic. You're not. Look, you don't have a quest marker, so fuck you.
So look, we can just open all the gates now. I'm fine with that. Or we have to talk to every single one of them and find out their whole life.
How do you know they haven't got a magic item shoved up their bum to give you? Huh?
Well,
another magic ring.
I'm interested in saving the people who need saving.
What do you mean they need saving? They're in a cage.
Are you worth saving? Are you worth saving? Are you worth saving? I ask every one of them that. What are all their answers? Tell me from bottom left to top and back again.
They say this is your GM speaking.
Yes, I say.
They say this is your GM speaking. Stop being a prat.
All player, mate.
So, my friend, how did you come to be in this dungeon? This doesn't seem not particularly hospitable region of the land.
Who are you talking to?
The lady orc.
She She explains to you that she is a scout for Mallard. And
Archibald barges Marcel out of the way and does
I actually think that's good. That's
extravagant bow.
Yeah, go with it.
what news of my beloved?
What was the duck called? What was the other duck called?
Quasimund.
Wait, I'm getting confused. Oh, Mallard. No, absolutely. Sorry. Archibald, please take the stage.
I mean, he says exactly what you imagine he'd say. My dear lady, we know your mistress very well. Let us get you out of that cage forthwith, so we can get you more comfortable to effect your release from this place before we can continue with our quest. And he will attempt to find a way to open the lock, open the cell.
These do have keyholes, but there are no keys in this room.
They seem like sturdy gates. Are they rusted and decayed, or are they pretty well maintained?
I mean, you can try and attempt to smash them if you want to make noise.
Ooh, that last little bit. Scott.
Carries
a bit of weight in it.
Or we could just try and open them, as quietly as we can.
Hold one.
I believe I have a key in there somewhere. So the luck pick. I believe you guys got it. And he pulls out his warhammer. It's a magic key. Opens every door.
Help us here. Can freeze people and water, but it cannot make metal really cold and break. Well, it probably can make metal very cold, not in the wording of the spell, but in the spirit of the spell, but not for a mechanical purpose. I wouldn't have thought. Oh well.
Well, I suppose I will just have a little go at the luck. Perhaps we have to go find a key, but you never know. Maybe it's poorly maintained, like Hoisin's brain.
What?
Nice.
I said nothing. Nothing. It's probably saying all of those prices to Khaa has been doing you a little bit of a cuckoo, you know. I hit it with a hammer.
Roll me attack.
Oh, I want to hit it with a hammer. How many hammers? So,
Why do you want to hit it with a hammer?
Because it's sensible to hit something with a hammer. It's not mechanically sensible. You don't smash door locks open with broadswords, do you? You use hammers. But this mechanically doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Apparently Marcel might struggle to hit a lock with a hammer because you don't have any hammers skill, even though it's a lock. It's very reasonable within the limits of the game. It's just not
But there's no spell to open locks in this world.
I'm going to go to. This isn't really what the Sword of Underman was meant for. But in the interest of being able to hit the lock, he's going to use it.
Is there not a? Oh, there you go. Hitting inanimate objects. You hit automatically. Only roll for damage.
Oh. Well, then he does use the hammer, even though it's less damage because it's the more thematic. Do I have a damage roll for this available? Equipment. Yeah, boom. Hang on a minute. Visual hammer. Sorry. Does that work?
Right. How was that?
Oh, I get an absolute corker of a roll, that. 7 damage. Doubled, because it's a hammer.
Oh.
Possibly.
you give it a whack, but it just makes a massive bang noise, and it's still.
And I imagine a bit of a jolt up the arm. I'm afraid the key is not working. My poor friends, we may have to leave you here for now, but rest assured, even as we are trapped here for now, we will kill Asriel costs, and there must be a key around here somewhere. Is there a jailer that you know of? Someone we should keep a lookout for?
She says, the undead guards that brought me to this cell, they had the key. They must be on patrol inside the prison. But tell me, are you not the people who made an alliance with Maladuk? My liege, Maladuk?
Why, yes, indeed we are. Do you have any news of her? How long have you been in here?
I was a scout for Maladuk's forces. She has arrayed all of her under her command to wait near the Mirror Lake. In case the mist is lifted and we are able to invade the prison to kill Azrael Koth. We know that without...
Now that is some very important intelligence.
In case the PCs decide to die in the final encounter, need a Deus Ex Machina. And she says, but Maladuk knows that without Umdaman, the mighty sword, that there is no killing Azrael Koth. He even admitted to me as much when he interrogated me. He bragged about the sword being the only thing that could do him any harm.
Is he swords? You mean swing? This one? Yeah, I think we have.
I
don't think that we have the. What?
Did the sword make that sound, or did Marcel make that sound? Because it's very important to me to know which.
I actually think that Marcel did make the sound.
You can't see his mouth though, so it's fine.
Yeah, but I guess within the helmet, it doesn't really come out as much of a swing, you know? Yeah.
Swing.
And it's not impressive at all. Well, a relatively long-lived knight that I am, with a legendary blade, I still do not see myself as the equal to Maladuk's forces. So, should we get a chance to let them in, certainly it was before the best, but we have at least bought the best tools for the job. This sword, this wizard, and this duck.
I don't know what a duck is, but is that four-legged creature that you have with you?
His feathers goes great with sort of sweet, salty sauce.
Wow.
She says, if you can find a way to release me, then I will make my way to Maladuk and inform her of your progress. And maybe she will be able to assist you before the fight is done.
Listen, I suppose we best go find us some undead jailers and make them alive? What? It's unclear.
Whatever is more dead than undead.
Yes, that my learned friend, he knows what to do.
Well, yes, indeed, that must be our first priority. Another almost equal priority, it would seem, is finding a way to get rid of the mist. As alerted, however alerted they may be, my love Maladuk and her forces cannot reach here without the sword Umdaman. So we must find a way to dispel the mist before we summon them as reinforcements. First things first, though, we must let this heroic lady out from her prison. And probably this man and stuff as well.
The other prisoners?
You just hear him mumbling like, "Oh, Eladane, the Dragon Emperor, receive my soul."
We'll have no more of that soul talk. Here, you'll be getting out of here safely, just like the rest of us. Good sir.
No soul talk and all soul food.
Welcome to Archibald Kreyn's delicious Kentucky fried duck.
Choose a different name for that restaurant.
It all started when Archibald Kreyn's favoured friend, Hoisin Plumental, died a horrible death, but the smell was delicious.
surrounded, were they, by delicious cave spices found only in the undercraft of the
No
not
one
Tower of
knows to this day why that little Mallard had drenched himself in flour. I sure am glad he did.
Legend says the corrosive mist gave it the crispiness that it is known for across the Misty Vale. All right. So are you talking to this other guy? Are you talking to this other chap?
Yes, go on then.
Go on then. Well, you can tell that he is, he's very, very injured, so he only mutters a few words, but you can tell that he is another keeper of the Immaculate Flame. He came here with Cadel, another dragon knight, and Tuviel. Cadel is the ghost that you met, who asked you to save Tuviel.
Is the other person the male knight?
What?
Yeah, Cadel is the other knight, the ghost.
Yeah, but who's telling us this now?
This is the guy, the prisoner man.
This is who we were. This is
that's
who
what I
you
said,
wanted to save.
This is. Well, I want to save everyone, actually.
If they were worth talking to.
If they were worth talking to. As I was saying, the male knight next to York. Yes, that's what I said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he looks dangerously close to death.
Well, this is your department, Hoisin. You want to save people?
We just can't get through this bloody door, can we?
I think the orc lady, Kreyn is her name. She pipes up and says, "The guards sometimes patrol in here. Perhaps you can wait for them and ambush them to get the keys. It's worth a try."
Why, thank you, Madam
Suggest
Tutorial.
we may even have summoned them with a little knocking on, and I'm slipping into your accent. What is going on? Is it infectious?
It's New Orleans.
A fantastic idea, Madam Kreyn. Archibald will scamper into. Are the empty cells open or not?
I'll say so, yeah. There's no
Okay,
point
well, he'll
locking an
scamper into
empty cell.
Into the corner cell behind Kreyn.
All right.
All right.
The ambush is set.
All right. Well, are you stealthing?
Yeah. Yes. That's probably best.
Yeah.
Not that it'll go well, but
Let me just check how ambush works again.
I think perhaps a better setup here is that Marcel will stand just down at the end of the corridor, looking very much like he shouldn't be there. He's not going to have any success hiding, but he may help enable the ambush by distracting the guards.
So I think with ambush, all I have to do is roll awareness with a bane if the attackers are well prepared.
That sounded like preparation to me.
Yeah,
I feel very well prepared.
You've sidestepped.
Yeah, 1 second.
You don't have to roll sneaking. I said you just have to. I just have to roll awareness.
All right. Thank God.
You just caught completely with your trousers down in the middle of a cell. All right. Well, these undead guards. Oh no, they do have awareness. Okay. So. So basically how it works is anyone who fails the awareness is automatically at the end of the initiative. tracker. So the first one fails. Second one fails. Third one fails. So these lumbering, kind of limping forms enter through the open door that you left, and you hear them clattering, almost like it's kind of a undulating rhythm, as they kind of have these weird, like, one leg's longer than the other slightly, so they all kind of stumbling, and it's like clank, 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 and they come around the corner. When do you wish to spring the trap?
Good question. You ask really good questions.
Given there are multiple enemies, my weapon of choice here would most likely be the lightning bolt, which is
The lightning bolt.
the lightning bolt, which can hit multiple
Hot dog.
bats.
Multiple
Yeah, I'm listening
bats.
to a city right now. It's real good.
Lightning bolt does have double the willpower cost indoors. I read.
Oh.
Yes. And
Oh.
Hoisin, are you standing right in the middle of there?
Yeah, that would change my plan quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm with the team.
That
Sure.
doesn't answer the question.
Whoop.
Okay. Okay.
Gravy's there as bait, right?
What?
The most loved dog in the party.
Marcel's just like standing at the back, pretending to be a
Yep.
suit of armor somehow.
He's just there. He's not hiding. He's a distractive part of the ambush.
Okay. Well, Archibald, it is your turn.
Okay. My character sheet seems to have forgotten that it has lightning bolt on it, because I definitely put it on there, and it's not there now. So bear with, because I actually do need it in order to know the correct numbers.
I did it before. It costs 2 per power level, and it's like 2d8, 2d6, 2d4.
Okay, I'll go with that. So we'll do it at power level 2, spending a whopping 4 whips.
So it's double indoors though, so that will cost 8.
Oh, so it normally costs 2 per power level.
Yeah, because it's a rank 2 spell.
Gotcha. Okay, in which case I underpaid for my banish as well.
I don't know if that is the same indoors. Or are you talking about per power level thing?
Yeah, because I cast it at power level 3, and it's also a level 2 spell, I believe.
Okay, so
I'll work that out afterwards and
6.
Adapt my whoops appropriately. But okay, we'll do it a regular then. So charging but 4.
4 bats.
4 whoops.
Say about 4 again.
Okay, so I'm rolling elementalism. Wabang.
So that should just be... Yeah, it really is 2d8, 2d6, 2d4. All right, nice. So, let's see. Can they? I think even though their pictures have shields, I don't think they have shields in their equipment. No, they don't. They just have broadswords.
There will be no evasion today.
Well, they have evasion, but it's a 6, so I'm going to see if they can do it. So the first one does actually evade.
Bah.
The second one, you're on a 6. The second one fails. And the third one does succeed.
Improbable!
So the 2d6 guy takes the damage. But they now have lost their action for the turn, so. And 8 damage is a good chunk. A good chunk. He sizzles. His bony bones sizzle in his chainmail.
Well, we've achieved the primary objective of a multi-target spell, which is crowd control.
Yeah.
Crowd has been controlled.
Mm-hmm. Hoisin.
Charge!
Us. A charge.
Watch out.
I wish I could do like a multi skewer, but I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. Nah. We don't go all out on these guys, do we?
They've all taken their evade, so they can't evade or dodge.
Brilliant. We did we just have my spear? Can I hit him from square away? Is that
Yes.
isn't playing? Lovely, great. Heroically. Cool, I'll do that. And are they him heavily armored?
They're wearing chainmail.
Go for a little
It's armor rating 4.
go for a little I usually roll about 4 damage, so sounds about right. I will use my I roll low. That's the thing. I roll low on damage. I roll low on all my hidden checks. That's kind of a give and take. I will roll to try. I'll use a special attack to try and find weak spot, but I will also at the same point use my ill-tempered ability to give myself a boon, therefore nullifying the
Great
effect.
combo.
Yeah,
Good one,
the
that.
Milo combo that he told me about was good.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Sometimes you got to teamwork the rulebook.
Sometimes you got to read the rulebook. Sometimes you
I
got to
refuse.
read the player-related chapters of the rulebook.
Interpret and everything else. Right, so spears.
Spears. It's a hit.
Lovely. It's a hit. It's a hitty.
So you found
pretty.
weakness. What does that mean again?
It just ignores armor, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Would be the. I'm pretty sure it's piercing. Find a gap. Yeah. No armor yet. I'm just armorless. Lovely. And damage.
And damage.
And damage. Yes, it's meager, as always.
It's about as much as Alex did.
Oh, good. I'm in good company then.
Yeah, but I forced them to use their action for the turn. Did you?
All right.
All right.
Oh,
So
damage.
Marcel.
Marcel charges to the front.
Oui.
And he hacks one of the enemies down with his broadsword.
Oh, hang on. As Micah, you're piercing damage, aren't you?
Yes.
So actually, it's only half damage.
Oh.
Because he's a skelly pops.
4 damage.
Yeah.
I told you. 4 damage. See?
And you're piercing as well, aren't you, Milo, as well?
Slashing and piercing with the sword, thank you.
Oh, you're slashing. And you've hit.
I've hit.
You've hit, sir.
Then I need to find my... Did I add my broadsword? Because I got one. Hang on. Stand by, 1 sec.
You sword and boarding.
Sword and boarding still is... He doesn't draw the great sort of demand just for skeletons. I
I like
don't...
that. To be fair, I really like that.
Hubris.
Got a code.
No, it's
I'm
not
trying to
hubris,
have
it's
sword.
respect.
What are you,
Um,
Emperor's children?
I think he's quite far from. I don't seem to have a broadsword attack on my.
It could be
equipment.
Fulgrim.
Have I not?
I mean, not Fulgrim. Fabian.
He's more of a Saul Tarvitz.
Oh, shocker.
Look, I just got to think of the first one that's good and nice that we like.
I mean, there is pretty much only the one.
If anything, he's not really Emperor's Children. He's more of a Yakton Cruise, really, isn't he?
Oh, I love Yakton.
Yeah. See, right. Broadsword damage. What would Yakton do?
What were you do?
All right, 11 damage, minus the 4 armor, 7.
Maybe
Chopping away at
get his
this,
hammer out.
chopping away at this this undead guard here, but he's
If we
still
know
up.
one thing about something that's resistant to piercing. So I have another tool for this, and this one puts this away. The skeleton destroyer.
Skeleton destroyer. Gravy. What do you want Gravy to do? Attacking the
Naff.
Nash.
Get on some
Nash,
chips with
nash.
some cheese curds.
Yep.
That's what I want
That's
Gravy
it.
to do.
A bone marrow.
Mhm.
Oh, no, that's the old one, because the old dog.
God, I could murder some poutine.
It rolls
That's
just
fine.
like its master. It
Yep.
gets a 2.
Lovely.
Bite damage.
Yeah, is it?
It's an 8.
Oh, beast.
What a beast.
4 damage.
It doesn't say what type of damage it is,
That's not
but I reckon
piercing, is it?
biting is piercing. What do
No,
we
I
think?
don't.
Feels likely, doesn't it? Maybe
Well,
it's
that-
got really
It's like a it's crunching.
tombstone gnashes on this pooch. Maybe it's somehow blunt.
Crunching.
Well, in any case, it is enough to remove the last 3 damage from that undead guard.
Hey,
Hey. And then they all skip their turns because they all evaded. And now I will shuffle the initiative. And it's Hoisin's turn.
Whoop, whoop.
So you've got the lightning shocked one in front of you, who's already been damaged.
Nice. Yeah, I mean it's a bit tough because I move. Is this so narrow? If I move forward, I'll block. So Marcel.
I think you can get into the open cell and do a diagonal job.
All right, yeah, that.
Not that one, because that one's where the bloke is. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Don't swear at me.
Let's just. I mean, we're going to do the same again, I guess, aren't we?
It's the life of the fighter.
Blaspheme in this Discord.
Oof.
Good thing you got 18 on your spears,
That's it.
like the rest of us.
well, somebody can roll 18 on a spear.
Good thing Hermione pays attention in her body.
Little boy who shouldn't be up. Should I roll his damage?
What is his damage in numbers? I should have something set up for it.
That's all right.
Long spear.
I can just play his character.
Oh, you can do it. Oh, you can do it, can't you? Yeah. Ah, go on. He's got
He-
fathering to do.
There are
Wait.
priorities when it comes down to it.
I've just rolled again to hit. There we go. That's how you roll. So, half damage. No, wait. -4 and then half? Or half and then -4? Either way, the skelly is dead. Chicklacky.
Chicklacky. It's just you being able to roll high damage rolls. That's a you thing.
Yeah. Alright, the remaining undead guard steps forward, swings his broadsword at Hoisin. It's a hit. I'll see if he wanted to evade when he comes back. But
I think we all know he's going to evade. But perhaps you can resolve it.
yeah, that's fine. And then Gravy will bite his face. I love fighting against myself. It's a hit. And then Archibald, you're up next. It's only 2 damage after all said and done. I know 1 damage because it's piercing. So still a relatively healthy last skeleton left for you, sir.
There's not really any way for me to shoot it.
We've gone very quiet.
What?
Oh,
Have I?
I know you're right now.
Not anymore.
Okay, good. There's not really a way for me to shoot it because Marcel's in the way. But yeah, I mean that's just kind of the situation here.
Do you want to hold your action until after Marcel?
I guess so. Yeah, I think that's probably
Yeah.
the way of things.
All right, go on in, Marcel.
All right. Marcel, in a deft action, with the old sheathing his sword, and then out of his shoulder holster comes his bejeweled warhammer. His quick draw hammer holster. I don't know how else. No, to be fair, he can have he's got one on his back, and great swords go on backs. Right, anyway, he steps up to the plate. And he spends some human willpower to be adaptive. To swing using his swords.
Ayo.
Welly well. Welly well. We've done this so many times now. I'm going to roll it, and then I'll roll the extra base damage.
Yeah.
Where's that hammer? Because I've now got 600 actions on my actions list. It's actually quite hard to find the ones I want. Or I can. Let's just roll that, and then so it's d6. I roll 2 more d6s.
Oof.
Well, there you have it. It's 18 blunt damage.
That is enough to smash the last one to pieces.
I would hope so.
Nice. So, amongst the bones, you were able to find a set of keys that open all of these gates.
Sweet. Prison break.
I love that show.
Anyone see particularly show?
It was great back in the day.
Particularly this one. Did anyone seem particularly murderous before we do just let them out en masse? Anyone seem questionable?
It's just these 2 who you've spoken to.
Oh, it's just these 2. Well, why didn't you blame to tell me that?
You were aware.
That's why it's only 2 tokens.
They've only just appeared, those tokens.
This is why I can't be bothered to talk to everyone. It felt so inappropriate because there were only 2 people in here.
Yes, actually true.
I said when I said I got to talk to everyone, no one said. There's no one else.
I might have described there being
Yes,
2 prisoners, but anyway, you open all the gates, and Kreyn is happy that you've released her, and she says that she's going to go and meet up with Mallard. You can try to convince her to come with you if you wish. She has a decent arm at short bows or bows.
That's Archibald.
Emrys, however, the Dragon Knight will need immediate medical attention, otherwise he's going to die.
Oh.
I will attempt to tend to your wounds, Sir Knight. And don't you go anywhere, Kreyn. Not for now, or maybe you can, but it's okay, whatever. Trepang.
Oh, nice.
Nice, yes.
Oh,
You managed to stabilize him. And he's very profuse thanks. And he does and he says, someone give me a blade. I wish to avenge my fellow Dragon Knights.
Well, we can do you one better than that. You can join us and avenge your friends, and you can help us put put the ghost of your comrade to rest. Give the man a blade. Marcel, you've got a spare blade, right? You've got that bow de ban or do ban or whatever it's called.
The babba boobity.
Of the blades, do I have the spare blades? I mean, for a fellow knight such as you, I'm sure you are skilled in the use of an hammer as well.
No, it's just swords. I've also got Brawling 14 for some reason, but I don't think that has much damage.
Yeah, me too. I also have 12 in Brawling. I've not used it even once. I really wish we had a conversation about just making it, because it was pointless, but we never did. So yeah, c'est la vie. All right. From one night to another, I wish to support your oath of vengeance. Please take my broadsword. It costs quite a lot of gold, so please don't lose it.
Did you dump your old longsword as well?
Well, I suppose I don't know if he's carrying it. I didn't dump
Yeah.
it, but I didn't think about. Then again, I mean, according to the carrying rules, he could be carrying it, but I just don't see him carrying it.
Well, you've got 3 weapons already, right? You got the broadsword, the long,
Well, they're all the equipped ones, right, which are free to carry.
and the warhammer. Yeah.
But I just don't see him as a knight carrying that. So he'll offer him his broadsword and say, perhaps it is time. Perhaps it is time I spent dispatched more enemies with a blade of Underman.
And Gretchen, do you ask her to stay with you as well, or?
I think we should send her back to Mallard to lock in those reinforcements. Should we be able to unmist the mist?
She'll say, I will return to Maladuk's camp, and I'm happy to hear of your recent engagement. I shall send her word that you are good and well and about to die a noble death.
Well, we hope not. If she makes it in time, let her know I have a gift for her.
It's not the giant banner that's sticking out the back of Marcel's armor, is it?
He is still carrying that.
What about that carrying rules?
Hey, look, he doesn't need to carry a sword, but his banner of what he believes to be his newly founded knightly order. For carrying that.
Yeah.
Very canny correction. What he believes to be his newly founded knightly order.
Built on another culture. It's my doubt. Right, so let's hustle a little bit because we've only just done one room. There is a room to the south and to the east. The room to the east, back in this room, the symbol is upside down, and the other one is normal.
Let's try the upside down one. That sounds fun.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, love it.
I'm just creating Underman in my count sheet, so I'll just
How do you
stand all the doors without me?
How do you attempt to open this one?
I think
Is it exactly
we
the
should.
same?
No. No. The symbol is upside down, Michael. Think for 1/2 second, please. The symbol is upside down. So what do we do with the key phrase?
Exactly. We don't.
Do we maybe do it backwards?
No, we realise that it's a trap, and we actually do things exactly the same as we've done them already. Of course.
Marcel stands not nearby.
I may very well be wrong.
Archibald through.
I may very well be wrong, but I think Archibald, in his bustling, self-important, bossy boots manner, will push past Hoisin and be like, "Let me handle this one, Hoisin. I think I have the measure of this little twist in the tail." And he will try and find the line, I guess, the same line on the door.
Mm-hmm.
and then swipe his finger along it in the opposite direction and say the phrase backwards.
He knows. This guy puzzles. So you say Rotar abil do not et ruo gomtas ot rewop la.
That is exactly what I say. Yeah.
And the door opens.
Archibald looks revoltingly pleased with himself. Like proper shit eating, not even like a human shit eating grin, like a big fucking like cow pat eating grin.
Do you remember when we played Pathfinder for like 3 sessions and there was the Tower of Hanoi puzzle? No, there wasn't. It wasn't Tower of Hanoi. There was that puzzle with the coins, and it was the last thing Daryl ever did with us was bosh that puzzle in like 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, he absolutely obliterated that puzzle.
And he was so happy. And he was like, I can die happy now. I can retire happy.
Oh no, I don't like the look of this room even one tiddly bit.
But in ancient Hebrew, Yahweh is spelt with a J. If you didn't already understand how this puzzle works. So, a long corridor of white stone, whose floor is made up of large marble tiles, each with a letter carved into it. On the far side is a polished copper door marked with the demonic symbol.
I'm personally not one for the puzzles. I don't like the sudokus or the word scrambles, but one word I'm quite familiar with from my nightly training and my the myths and legends is the one on the right. It looks a lot like it might be spelled as mortis, meaning death, which is a thing that I am to my enemies. However, I look at the other one and I'm very confused.
But of course, a gaban is a type of a nightly gorget.
But gentlemen, surely you've seen the obvious trap here. The name of our enemy is inscribed upon the floor, but it cannot be so simple. Surely. Hoisin, you should go ahead.
Wait a minute, here's my name's written there. Almost.
Kind of.
Jump on the H, then the O, then the I, then the S, then the I, then the
You're
N.
gonna jump on the H. You brought your pole so you vault.
Yeah, you can pole vault.
Yes.
This is
Or a long
established.
spear.
You just tap it with
Yep,
a long
very much
spear.
canon.
Tink, tink, tink.
Tap, tap.
Well, fellows, I have no idea why it would make sense for the cultists of Sathmog to require to revise the spelling of his name on every single day, but the only solution I can think of is to follow the letters of his name. And I think Hoisin should be the one to test it.
Absolutely. I am fleet of foot. I nimbly flip and bimble from the S to the A to the T to the H to the M to the O to the G.
What does that spell?
OG. Sathmog.
Oh, you can't see me
Sathmog?
cheerleading. I was cheerleading.
Sathmog the OG.
Oh,
Is what they call him.
that.
Yes,
yeah.
Hoisin, you managed to traverse the
Three-tongued OG.
All hail our three-tongued OG. You managed to traverse this corridor by treading on the Sathmog letters
Love that.
and reach the door upon the other side.
I just want to say, Ollie,
Yeah.
I think you could easily have written better puzzles than Kreyn have managed in this adventure.
Apparently, this is
I would have taken.
this is apparently old school 80s Draken and Dracona dungeon.
It's so immensely goofy.
Yeah.
I can't hate it, but
No.
it is.
I feel the same way.
I want to, but I can't quite. A fucking hopscotch trap.
I mean, it's in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So
Yeah, but
how bad could it be?
A notoriously
That one has the
goofy
Latin
film.
spelling. Famously, that one has the Latin spelling. It's literally just remember the bad guy's name, but that's the one.
Look, I only heard you
Maybe I was
saying that.
speaking too soon. Maybe there's a secondary trap to fuck me over.
Yeah. Well, what are we doing then? Are we going through this door across the corridor, or are we going to the south door? In that?
Wow, you gotta go through it, right?
Which?
You go to the end of the. You open the puzzle room. You complete the puzzle room. Presumably, you open the puzzle room door.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anything else would be done.
All right. How do you open the door?
I don't open the door.
like
we open the door. Someone among us opens the door.
we just say losing autonomy again. All doors that look like the ones before, we open them the exact same way we opened them before.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to open the door. What do you say? What's the magic words?
Exceed 3 tongues. OG. Sathmog. Yay.
Near enough. The door swings open.
Sweet. Grudgingly.
Everyone following?
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
yes.
got to go, haven't we?
Nimbly.
Really?
Nimble.
Nibble pibblies.
So you open the door onto a circular room of black marble. Black marble, not white. Doors bearing the demonic mark are found to the north and south. A red pentagram has been carved into the floor, and a burning, smouldering demon is waiting at the center.
Actually,
That is concerning.
not a statue, not a.
No, this one I think was clearly described as a burning, smouldering demon.
Yeah. Seems pretty real.
Not real.
If you could please move yourselves to the doors. And good old Emrys is
Oh, yes.
and the dog, the NPCs
Yeah,
are
always
coming up from
floating.
behind.
That's all.
So real.
So the demon opens his arm. A flame welcomes you. And he says, "Greetings, mortals. I shall not let you pass until you answer my riddles correctly, because this is an adventure from the 1980s. Heavily inspired by Tolkien."
Oh, this is brilliant. This is so nice.
This is the cozy role playing we want at the end of a hard day. None of this fucking story game blazing that bullshit.
Yeah.
And without even giving you a chance to even ask, "What the hell are you talking about, giant flamey demon?" it starts to recite the riddles.
Oh no.
And
Slow down. I get my notepad out.
I'm not gonna say it all because you're gonna just want to read it yourselves anyway. So
Can you paste it and read it for drama?
Yeah, I would like you to read it.
Okay. All
But we'd like
all
to read
right.
along. It will help.
Okay. Read along. Okay, the first one.
I want you to do the highest effort option for you, if that's all right, please.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
fine. 2 siblings are we, one dark and one bright, impossible to see, yet I shade all in sight. And then you all start scratching your heads. And then he says, "Fathered by sorrow and dread, mothered by sheer happiness, easily gain, yet hard to shed, burning but wet nonetheless." And then finally, "Found everywhere from east to west, sought by those who rule, unfit to eat, yet feeds the blessed, always beware of the fool." And the rulebook says, I have to start a real life timer, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Lord.
You have 3 minutes. The time starts now.
Solve all three.
Yep.
I believe the answer to the second riddle is tears.
Incorrect.
Yes, I quite agree.
I shall shed some if we do not solve these other riddles.
The first one is the sun and the moon. Oh,
Incorrect.
does it count? Oh, bollocks. There's no, I disagree. Here's why you're wrong.
Are you the other side of the moon, the ones that we cannot see?
Incorrect.
The light side of the moon? They never say that. They always talk about the dark side of the moon, but okay, anyway, moving on.
Was that correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Ah.
Oh, he sounds like Dranath.
Whatever from east to west, sought by those who rule. Not fit to eat, it feeds the blessed.
Shade or sight.
Um,
When was this written? Was this written before, like, throwing shade was a regular term that people used?
probably.
On chronology.
So I suppose we will be fighting in a moment, huh?
Hold up. Archibald's working on number 3, we're working on 1. We're all good.
I'll give you, when the time runs out, I'll give you a chance to roll, like, intelligence. To try and see if the characters will know it. You have just under a minute.
Are you knight?
Correct.
Is the other knight? Yes, I'm so clever. Look, I'm so to the riddles, and I haven't even been to school for like 70 years.
I feel like you solved the riddles last time as well.
With the siblings.
Is the last one power?
Incorrect.
Shit.
Smile? Happiness?
Incorrect. 20 seconds.
Love. It is love.
Incorrect.
Is it? Why? Tell me why.
Generosity, kindness. What are all the Captain Planet symbols?
The fool. A fool's what?
Gold.
Gold.
Correct.
Well, I thought money.
Time's up.
I thought money immediately, but it didn't quite click.
It's not a riddle, that's literally what it is.
Okay, I did help
Yes,
you.
that's how you solve a riddle.
No, but like it's not clever.
It tells you. It tells you.
It might as well say
what,
it's round and shiny and flat and circular, and you spend money to spend it to buy things. You don't think it's going to be the thing that it's explaining?
Well,
Something
yes,
like that.
We have solved your riddles, demon. What
No,
now?
not whatsoever.
I
We all
will
understand
allow
the
you
answer.
to pass.
This seems somewhat suspect, but all right. What can you tell us anything else about your master Sathmog? I'm nothing if not a pusher of luck.
Alas, this is not part of the game. I will allow you to pass with your lives.
Forgot this was a Saw movie.
I like this demon because it basically says like he's way more interested in riddles and stuff than actually fighting. He'd much rather have a riddle than an actual fight.
This demon is a nerd.
Yeah, he's a fucking nerd. All right, there you go. Next.
Very well. Thank you very much. Moving on. That was some wonderful riddle work there, Sir Marcel. I didn't know you had it, did you?
I got the third one.
Well done, Marcel.
Way back when I was just a young squire, and honestly, it was different times. They used to, they had the lash in the lessons, and also all of the lessons were taught in riddles. It's a very difficult way to learn.
Well, you clearly learnt your lessons well. Single-handedly solved all the riddles. Well done, Marcel.
Marcel. North or south?
South.
Mog.
Oh, you just you worked out how to open the south door by saying Sathmog.
Ah!
Puzzles mischievous.
Mischievous in their childlike simplicity. So, you head south through this corridor, leaving Khaa, the fire demon, behind in his pentagram. You come across this round chamber, and in the middle is a large, rotating, cross-shaped wheel with walls of stone that reach almost all the way to the ceiling. It seems that the only way forward is through the wheel. The sound of rushing water echoes between the stone walls. The air is cold and damp.
I was getting the feeling that Sathmog has just got really, really bored in the last 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Just played Dungeon Keeper on his own.
This is well. Apparently, this is how some of the dungeon is powered, because it's like water turbine powered, and this is one of the water turbines.
Cool. I like that. Even if that's house ruled by someone, I think that's really cool.
Well, it's like that. It's that it's like Forgotten Empires thing, right? Fallen Empires thing. All these dungeons are supposed to be built by Forgotten Empires, and they're all more sophisticated than anything that you can conjure. So this room is basically like a giant fan, like a giant turbine, like a fan spinning around.
We have a busy lifting drink.
And what's behind the other door? My old bones, they're just been for years. They have been crying out not to get caught in a turbine.
You don't want to do that Iron Man Avengers Assemble bit when you're in the get caught in the fan. So in this room to the north, when he's trying to restart the heli carrier engine.
Oh, yeah.
So in this room is a corridor with polished white marble walls. At the far end, you see a copper door.
This is almost seems more dangerous.
Mm.
The hidden danger. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, we'll need to investigate one of the rooms.
The spinning turbine of death, or the room that has nothing in it.
Well, player Milo says this is more dangerous, but Marcel definitely looks at the turbine and says, I think I'll go north.
Yeah. Archibald agrees. Logician at heart.
I mean, it's moving. How is it moving so fast? We can't even, glean what. I'm thinking like even if we jam it, stop spinning. We can see it's obviously a kind of closed system. Can we see it as looking pretty much like it wouldn't do much good to even stop it, because there's no way through even if it stopped.
Correct. Yeah.
As it were. Yeah. But what's the point in this room? Suspicious?
No.
There's a skill for that.
Suspicious?
All right, into the upper room. Fireball me at your will.
So tell me, who's going into this north room?
Marcel with his shield up.
Yeah,
Okay. And what weapon?
Yeah, Archibald will come along as well, but behind the armoured troll man.
You said what weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's holding his hammer with his shield at this
Okay.
time. But should he need his greatsword, he'll simply use a free action to swap it out.
And Archibald as well, and Hoisin as well.
I don't like the
Like it when the
specificity that you
detailed.
require. It makes me nervous.
It's never good when the
Look,
DM.
if we
asks for
let's just
information.
ignore.
Yeah, just really whenever they ask
Ignore-
any questions, you know it's dangerous.
But Marcel's open. I thought you weren't opening doors. You've gone and opened it normal style.
We've assumed that the door is being. I think you set a ground rule on all the doors being opened.
Yep.
Remember?
Fine, good. Well then, yes, absolutely. We just follow through as normal. No reason to suspect anything different. Ignoring the ominous tones of our great leader.
Well, in that case, you've made a great mistake.
Well,
Marcel,
I think we all knew that.
Marcel, you walked. You feel a tug on your shin. You look down, a very thin metal wire strung across the corridor snaps, and you hear like a rappelling chains rattling down, and portcullises crash down at either end of the corridor, trapping you within. And then
Or after the rest of us enter.
Oh, you've all gone in together.
Right.
And
That's why he checked. We all know that's why he was checking. Everyone knew that's why he was checking. I want to be clear.
No one shocked here.
And skeletal warriors emerge out of these hidden spaces. And shall we leave that for next time?
Yes, but not before Marcel says in his gravest tone, "The mistake that you have made is that you believe that I am trapped in here with you, but you are trapped in here with me."
Nice.
Look, it has to be done.
And they say,
Yeah, and they presumably say, "I haven't watched Watchmen."
It is good that Dicey Encounters is not yet monetized. Because otherwise you'd have to edit that out.
I think quoting films might actually be allowed. Paraphrasing quoting films in a comical French accent might probably be allowed.
I'll have to check the rules on that.
The level of bastardy on fair use is getting worse and worse by the day, Milo.
Level on bastardy
well.
and fair use.
Terribly sorry if I've just had you banned from the internet.
Yes, I'm gone. Ah!
Account deleted.
Banished.
Well.
Well,
That's not
we
good.
all knew this was going to happen. I think we all accepted it.
Well, I mean,
Out of interest,
is my Aqua game really slow? Did these enemies populate, or
did no one think to spot hidden?
on what?
The
door?
room that was mysteriously empty.
True.
No.
I think the obvious answer is no. Nobody did. We're done.
My
You're smart,
/
we're done.
Marcel's
You're big,
assumption
we're
was
small.
that there would be dangerous things. They'd just be elsewhere in the room. Looking for a tripwire was not on the agenda, but also just never would be for Marcel. What's he gonna look for?
Which room was
He's got a great ammo.
empty?
Which room? What?
Which room was especially empty?
The one you're in.
The one we're in.
We just opened the door.
We're-
Or...
Yeah, you already opened the
We're-
door. The room was mysteriously empty. You walked into it, hit a tripwire. Gates come down either side.
Well, it's
Skeletons
further.
attack.
I didn't-
You're assuming that we operate like this 80s dungeon like 80s players. There's no
Yes,
10-foot
we're
pole
useful,
nonsense
man.
here. We're just going through
we
it.
Just flow through.
Yeah, but all
Easy,
you all
water,
said
just
like,
kind of
"Oh, I
dive
don't
through.
like it. I don't like it, but I won't use any
Then the door.
skills to be cautious."
Yeah.
Maybe it's on me, but I missed. I don't. To me, there was no time between door open and skeletons, so I don't know what what point we could have said. We stopped after opening the door, and then we spot hidden. We just entered, and then.
I think, Michael, that not claiming that I made any better decisions than you, because I also didn't choose to pay any attention or spot hidden in any way, shape, or form. But I think that is a you problem, because Ollie was very, very careful to say, "What are you doing with the door? Which room are you going into? Who's going into the room in what order?
But but no. What I'm saying is, we then said, "Well, we'll open the door," and we went in. There was no like, the room is empty. It was just we went in.
No, that did happen. That did happen. It was described, I think, as almost suspiciously empty.
Yes, it
Then
was
did we say we
described
then
in
stepped
detail
forward?
when the door was first opened.
Yeah, I said it
Oh,
was
it's
a corridor with polished white marble walls. At the far end, you see a copper door.
And we all went, "Oh, there's nothing in there."
And I revealed it on the map as well.
Yeah. And then we said that's probably more dangerous than the turbine room. You're gonna have a great time with the VOD tomorrow, mate. When you're like, "There's no way we were warned."
My alchemy is like 5 minutes behind. Like when you said that, we were still in the flame room. The door hadn't opened yet.
The alchemy that's the problem here.
Well, it is, because when we said
It's not
the
been
door,
using
the door
your
I
ear
thought we were opening-
holes.
No, the door we were opening was the door out of the star room, and then literally, then that room populated after we said we're going through it. So yeah, I would have done no differently. So it's not.
Well, there you go. It's all
not an
moot.
excuse. But I did not know we were in the room and then going. In all mine, it looked like we literally only about 20 seconds ago did this room actually appear on my map. I need to sort this out, because this is just it's becoming awful.
Yeah. Also, you say about 10-foot pole, Milo. I have said multiple times this game is of that heritage, and that you should treat it like a massive gamey dungeon.
To be fair, we had the...
I'm not displeased with anything that's occurred. We're just not playing it that way. None of us are going to play it that way.
Yeah,
we had the spot hidden learning a long time ago, and then we kind of got a bit better at it, and then
I feel like this is working on the assumption that anyone here is displeased that we've walked into the trap. Like walking into the traps is just part of the dungeon.
I was just pleased.
I mean,
alchemy.
You know what I mean? It's we walk through the dungeon flawlessly with no issue whatsoever. Reach Sathmog. Okay.
You love that.
Bonk on the edge,
You love
yeah.
rolling sixes in blades.
No, we
Straight
do.
through.
It's like I've just got no issue
No
with engaging with the
consequences.
traps. You know, I kind of wanted to fight the demon.
Sounds like
You know?
cope. Sounds like a lot of cope to me. I wanted to trigger the trap.
I just don't care about triggering the trap. That's the thing. It's like, yeah,
When
okay,
you-
there's a trap.
when
Let's fight some skeletons in the fighting game that we're playing.
When you have no whoop left and you fight as your Khaa, you'll be like, I wish didn't have to fight those skelly bobs.
Not gonna need.
So
any
remind me
more
next
to
week
these
to
skelly bobs.
reboot my laptop and close everything before starting the session again, because I would like this thing to run.
You'd like this thing to
What I need to do before next week is remember to pick up my new heroic ability, because
Oh yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Hang on, wait. Before anything else happens,
Oh,
yes. Let's do
just
some
quickly
XP.
let's pass a swords roll real quick.
Here we go.
Well, what do you know? Won't ever be happening. Dream is dead.
Seems like we've got one more session left. We won't leave everyone hanging in the skilly bob ambush, but you should get 2 each, I think, turning up, and you did technically win a fight.
Yeah, and then I got my dragon on swords there anyway. So there's not really many more skills that feel particularly useful at this stage in the game.
I'm gonna roll a,
you know what I mean?
roll a sneaking. I'm gonna roll a sneaking.
But we'll, you never know when Myth Legends will come up. Jolly good.
And just for fun, I'll spot hidden, because that's why I did invest a bit in it.
You did, yeah.
Realized
And I think it's a persuasion roll to rally people, right? So might as well hit one of those. Well, at least we've got something.
Oh, nice.
Did we
Maybe
say
we
that
just persuade Goth
were
to
we
give
house
it up.
rolling skills on the 10 we were just giving automatically?
Yeah,
Sweet.
let's do that.
Big nothing for me. Big nothing.
Spot hidden up to 5. Booyah.
Marcel not
Oh, did I?
gonna
2.
bother spotting hidden. He's-
No, what's the point? He
That's the
wears
point.
his helmet all the time. It's not his
yeah.
job.
And he likes to walk into the traps. So
Hoisin's
He
full on
just
too.
doesn't feel threatened by the traps. He might be wrong, but he doesn't feel threatened.
okay, skeleton man, give me your riddles. I will solve them one at a time.
Ready for your skeleton riddles. Hit me.
So the riddles, and now so the riddle of your bones being destroyed. Everything's a riddle, I suppose.
It's a good thing you got your hammer. They're not vulnerable to bludgeoning though, so I don't know where you've got that from. Is that
there
D&D?
is no, yeah, it's a D&D thing. Also, I just remember I think I've misremembered the armor things where there are some armors that are resistant to bludgeoning.
Yes.
So it's fair. He's going to end up getting the sword out because I can't afford my whoop to swing hammers. That's a rare occurrence when it makes sense.
Yeah. No whoop in this hoop.
So we'll be back to the sword, cleaving skelly bobs. Jobs are good un.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure next time is going to be the final episode.
Oh shit.
Of Secrets of the Dragon Emperor. And we shall see how that goes. And then we can do a nice post-campaign discussion.
Oh yeah.
Lots of chat about spot hiddens.
And you can tell me how much you love D20 games and you only want me to run games like this forever. And I'll cry. And me and Josh are going to start a new group. Just me and Josh.
Stop hating every game you run.
They all have a use by date. This is what I'm discovering. No, I'm actually I'm enjoying Dragonbane actually.
Me too.
There we go.
It's a good
I'll save it for that podcast.
Save it for the podcast.
We'll save the content. All right, I'm gonna jump off.
And Mikey, you have to be in Spain, tipsy again. That's the rule.
I do. In 2 weeks' time. Probably about unlikely, but never.
Get yourself there.
High memory usage. Yeah, it's the camera. Maybe I have to turn my camera off. Out. Anyway.
Just camera on. Just listen. Just treat it as a
I mean,
theatre of the mind.
Just in fact, I'm saying this tab using 1.3 gigabytes.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Great. Anyway, later. I'll figure it out.
Cheers, chaps.
What's up, Ollie?
See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.